That the government is expediting action on the installation of 10 power transformers with 10 more mobile of electricity supply nationwide. He assured Nigerians that they will see a drastic improvement. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAM Registrar Professor Ishaq Oloyede has appealed to non-participants of his examinations to keep off the registration process. Oloyede made the appeal after monitoring registration process of the board's Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) and Direct Entry (DE) today in Abuja. He observed that most of the challenges faced by candidates at the point of the registration were self-inflicted because candidates relied on unauthorized people for help instead of following the board's guidelines. He said that while some of them allowed their parents to create or generate their profiles for them, others fall into the hands of fraudsters at the registration centers. The registrar said that allowing anyone access to one's code or other related information in the name of help would only jeopardize the process for the candidate. The Northwest Conscience Forum for a Better Nigeria has called on Nigerians to elect candidates of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) at the forthcoming 2023 general elections. The forum made the calls in its communique after its stakeholders meeting held at Mumbai House in Kano State. The forum also mentioned its resolutions of the meeting, saying the decision became necessary because of the reality that APC and PDP have run short of ideas to address the numerous challenges bedeviling the country.
And the platform to actualize our political ambition in 2023. Yes, the decision will become necessary because of the reality that the APC and PDP have run short of ideas to address the numerous challenges bedeviling the country and the need for brainstorming on the way forward. The stakeholders commended President Muhammad Buhari for signing the electoral bill into law.
Correspondent Awal Hassan Fagir reports that dignitaries at the meeting include professors, Islamic clerics, politicians, and members of the public, among others. Nigeria's D Tigers have been drawn against France, Australia, Canada, Japan, and Serbia in Group D of the International Basketball Federation FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup campaign. The tournament is expected to hold in Sydney, Australia in September. Correspondent Sanusi Shuaibu Musa has details of this and other sports updates.
Super Falcons coach Randy Waldrum believes the current squad has the spirit, depth, and capacity to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Team USA, Germany, Japan, Norway, and Brazil when the die is cast. Waldrum has said that the mission of the current technical staff of the 9-time African champions is to see the team match the world's best at international competitions. Meanwhile, Almeria forward Umar Sadiq is in the running for Spanish Segunda Division Player of the Month award for February. The Nigeria international scored 5 goals in 4 league appearances for the Rojablancos in the month. Sadiq will battle Ibas Yose Kopas and James Sioni of Huesca for the individual awards, and he is favourite to win the award ahead of them. The 25-year-old has scored 13 goals in 24 league appearances for Almeria this season. In another update, La Liga giants Barcelona have accelerated their interest in Chelsea defender Andres Christensen ahead of his contract expiring during the summer transfer window. The 25-year-old joined Chelsea from Brøndby age 15 in 2012, so a move would see his 10-year stay come to an end. He has gone on to make more than 150 appearances for the Blues, helping them win multiple trophies, including last season's Champions League. The centre-back has only played once in the Premier League since the end of December, though he has recently been absent through injury and COVID, and as a result of his contract stand-up. And to unboxing, Jack Cottrell believes there is corruption in boxing after his controversial defeat to George Taylor. Many felt Cottrell had done enough to win the fight, which he lost via a split decision, with Taylor retaining his light welter belts. The British Boxing Board of Control are investigating the fight, with General Secretary Robert Smith and the scoring from Judge Ian Dunlewis. Dunlewis will be called to explain why he gave it to Taylor by 114 to 111. Sanusi Shaib Musa, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com. Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The Sultan of Sokoto, Al-Haji Saad Abu Bakr, and President General Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs has directed Muslims across the nation to look out for the new moon of Sha'ban, 1443 after Hijri from today. Sha'ban is the 8th month in the Islamic calendar, which comes before the compulsory fasting month of Ramadan. The Sultan gave the directive in a statement signed by Professor Sambo Junaidu, Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council Sokoto, and issued to reporters on Wednesday. Abu Bakr further prayed Allah to assist the Muslim Ummah in the discharge of their religious duties. A consultant at the Multana Muhammad Specialist Hospital said that a person's hearing can be lost due to much exposure to loud sound. Dr. Mustafa Saeed Salihu made the statement today as part of the celebration of World Hearing Day, which is celebrated every 3rd of March. The doctor advised people to avoid sitting in a crowded place with loud noise, especially women and young people.
Hearing to actually organize programs aimed at prevention, protection, and treatment of hearing impairment. The theme of this year's program is to hear for life, listen with care. That is the theme of this year's event. To hear for life, listen with care. You can live your life without ever having a hearing problem. The people in the healthcare, the media, civil society organizations.
Correspondent Hafsat Abdullahi Danladi reports that the health department has conducted a free health check. And on business, Muhammad Abba Abdullahi has updates.
The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, Malam Meli Kyari, has reassured the public of an adequate supply of petrol to combat the long queues persisting in filling stations across the country. Meli Kyari said this at the meeting with the National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, and Petrol Tanker Drivers, PTD, held yesterday in Abuja. He also revealed that the regulatory body had begun loading and sending out trucks at all its depositories to tackle the current scarcity. Meanwhile, the joint ventures comprising the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, Shell, Total, and Eni has signed a multi-million dollars deal to supply 70 million standard cubic feet of gas to Dangote Fertilizer Company. The event took place at the ongoing Nigerian International Energy Summit, has in attendance with the president of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Group Managing Director of NNPC, Malam Meli Kyari, and others. Kyari said the contract was perfected within a short period based on its importance to the production of fertilizer and agroeconomic growth. Dangote stated that though the volume of gas for the deal may relatively be considered marginal, it would go a long way in promoting more access to fertilizer for the country. Muhammad Abba Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, delegations from Kyiv and Moscow are holding a second round of talks, with the meeting taking place at an undisclosed location. Russian troops have seized control of Kherson in Ukraine's south. Several other cities, including the capital, Kyiv, northeastern Kharkiv, and Mariupol in the southeast, continue to be attacked. Mariupol City Council says Russian forces are constantly and deliberately shelling critical civilian infrastructure there. President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukraine's defense lines are holding, and the United Nations says more than 1 million people have fled Ukraine amid Russia's assault. We've come to the end of today's global news, but before we leave, highlights of our top stories. The federal government today approved the request by the United States of America for suspended commander of the Police Intelligence Response Team, Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari, to be extradited over the 1.1 million wire fraud perpetrated by Abbas Rahman, also known as Hush Puppy, and 4 others. Registrar Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAM, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, has appealed to non-participants of its examinations to keep off the registration process. Al-Haji Saad Abu Bakr, the Sultan of Sokoto and President General, Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, has directed Muslims across the nation to look out for the new moon of Sha'ban, 1443 after Hijri from today. And on the foreign scene, delegations from Kyiv and Moscow are holding a second round of talks, with the meeting taking place at an undisclosed location. On behalf of the entire production team and I, Zahra Zanna, thank you for listening.